Hi everyone and welcome to another edition of the Sales Mindset TV show. I'm Chris Edwards and again, as always, I'm here with Steve Knapp.
Hi Chris, hi everyone.
How you doing?
Really well, beautiful. Waiting for this dark weather to sort of get icy on the roads and all of that stuff, but really good at the moment.
Brilliant. Well, it is the evening, so careful as you go home tonight.
Yeah, exactly. That's the tip.
Right, this week we're talking about setting meaningful targets.
Right, yep.
So let's just kick it off. What do you mean by setting meaningful targets?
Yeah, so I've been lucky enough to be around a lot of sales organisations, a lot of businesses, and I'm never surprised just how absent meaningful targets are in sales teams or businesses, right? Now, that doesn't mean as a business you don't know where your North Star is, where you're going, where your big vision and dream is. But what it does mean is sometimes that real granularity of specifics and numbers is missing.
Because as a small business, you understand that what big businesses have to do. They have to break down their sales targets to who's getting what, why they're getting what products. But as a small business, there is a tendency to just think, actually, I just need to earn this year.
Yeah. And I mean, you're right. And what you don't know, folks, is we spent a bit of time today working on a really great product, which is going to help you get to that sort of specific level. But you're right, because the comment that I hear said a lot is we need to grow sales, right? So teach me something new. Of course you need to grow sales, but the key is, how do you make that meaningful? And therefore, just to say you need to grow sales isn't going to give you the route to go forward or the clarity about the steps you need to take. It also doesn't let you look back to recognise your successes. So meaningful targets are not only a good way to drive your business forward, but they're a good way to measure the progress you're making as you get there.
Because that's what we've been working on today, isn't it? The tool that you talked about was how to understand what you've achieved and how to work out your sales targets for the following year to come.
Yeah.
And you have to include a lot of stuff into that, such as your product pricing, your business industry. There's a lot of different elements to include.
Well, there is. And whilst I don't want to make target setting complicated, I think one of the critical parts that us as small business owners need to understand is more of the unintended consequences or implications of setting targets that aren't meaningful. And therefore knowing more about what builds up a meaningful target and how that gives more confidence to you as a business owner to drive forward is what it's all about.
Okay. So what's the main thing they should have? To set a meaningful target, what's the one top tip that you can give that they should have?
Yeah. I've said it a couple of times, but it's really just to make it specific. And this could be very much in terms of breaking it down to the most meaningful level. It could be breaking it down to the industry. It could be making sure that you know exactly the impact that target is going to have on your overall plan. But be as specific as you possibly can be versus the risk of being vague and a bit high level.
Taking what we've done today, when you say being specific, can it literally be working out your unit price, your product cost, and how much you want to achieve, and then just dividing that by the amount of clients that's needed?
Yeah, exactly. And I think it is getting into some of the, I call it maths of selling, and knowing that it isn't just an arbitrary number. It is built off the back of a number of points. So the more specific you can make your target, the more likely you are to be able to take that target to support your growth ambitions.
Brilliant, thank you. Well, as we talked about, we have been talking about this quite a bit today. So Steve, at the moment, is full of knowledge around this topic. So do comment, do get your questions in. do get some questions in if you want to know more regarding this. We are going to be talking about setting meaningful goals all week.
Yep.
So there's a lot more to come. So do comment, do ask Steve any questions that you want. That is all we got time for today. I hope that's give you a bit of nugget to help you get your week started with setting meaningful targets. From us still here, have a great night, a great day tomorrow, and we look forward to seeing you again.